Once upon a time, I went on a magical adventure where I travelled through time, explored great buildings, and made lots of new friends. There are forests, rivers, and ice cream. My story was one of excitement and wonder. And what happens next? Well, that's your chapter. Make Worcestershire part of your story.
Today we have welcomed the team from Gaze in Red to Blue into the club, and we're rolling it out across all staff at the club from top to bottom.
They focus on performance and handling pressure, and that's crucial across all levels of our business, from the very top with our elite players down to our stewards and people who are first contact as our guests get to reception.
The introduction and the interest in Red to Blue has become increasingly more common, both at an individual level, and that's into education and into business, and specifically, of course, into sport, where it's always been a thing. But now the idea that an approach to mentality could be embraced and understood and deployed across a whole organisation, a whole club, from boardroom to turnstile, on the field and off the field, is really unique.
It's something that we can really look at and look to build on. We're talking about it being a high performance, but just in everyday life as well. So how we conduct ourselves and how we go about and how we deal with the situations that we're put in just in everyday life.
Every day can be an opportunity to do more of what really matters in your life. Introducing Pluxee, the leading global benefits and employee engagement partner, inviting everyone to open up a world of opportunities and enjoy more of what really matters in their lives. With a large global presence and an affiliate network of 1.7 million merchants, we're making life more joyful for 36 million consumers around the world. We're a new brand, built on Sodexo's rich heritage, with big ambitions for the future and a strong focus on accelerated growth. At Pluxee, we're shaping the future, strengthening our partnership with clients, and creating meaningful relationships with consumers to give people what they really need. From creating personalized experiences to developing innovative benefit solutions and platforms, we harness the power of digital to bring freedom and enrichment to work and beyond. Because we're dedicated to making life better for millions of people across more than 30 countries. And we're committed to working with local communities responsibly and sustainably. Feel the Pluxee effect. More joyful moments, more opportunities, more of what really matters to you. We are Pluxee, the leading global benefits and employee engagement partner.
Which is create partnerships with our customers.
We're a local firm based in the city centre. We get to mix with nice local businesses. We've gained a lot of exposure and clients off the back of it.
You come to the club on a summer's day, the beautiful views, the food offering, the drink, it's just a good
This is Mike the Plasterer. He needs a trusted supplier for his materials and tools. Mike needs Profile Store. With an easy-to-use website, you can check stock online, order it, and collect it within the hour. Profile Store offer free delivery over £125 and fast overnight shipping. With over 2,000 products in stock, they're sure to have what you need. So get yourself down to the trade counter in Kidderminster today. Get the job done with profilestore.co.uk.
We're here today in Macron campus here in Bologna in Italy. Macron have brought out some of the team, the men's and women's first team captains, a couple of players from each side. They've given us a tour of their impressive campus here and told us a little bit more about their history as a company and how they work in sport.
We're very, very excited. I think it's a landmark deal for Macron because we've been in cricket for the last few years through deals with Cricket Ireland and then most recently with the West Indies and South Africa last year. But what we were really missing was a county club in England, and then having Worcester. That I think will be a milestone for Macron. We're really excited to work with the Worcester and expand the relationship further for the next few years.
It was a long process in terms of finding the right teamwear provider for us. From the start, actually, with Macron, they were really impressive in the way they went about their business. They were really big on sustainability. The depth of their range is really important to us because it allows us to really reduce the prices on, in particular, Pathway and Academy kit to reduce those barriers of participation. The other big thing was we've been able to be super innovative on kit designs.
This season's kit launch, we wanted to really try and do something special and give it a lot of opportunity to have some fun with the creative around it. There's a really interesting campaign. Being able to come out to Bologna, it's been a fantastic experience.
We've had a huge amount of conversations over the last 12 months really about designs, how we're going to bring certain things to life. Beard have been integral for the team there in terms of that creativity, actually making it really arty, really bold, stand out and innovative while actually making it very Worcestershire too. Ativo as a principal partner on Front of Show and the Rapids have been key to that process as well. They've been engaged in every step along the way and making sure the designs work for them as a brand as well. This year, for the first time, women are going to match the men's in terms of range throughout rather than just having one Rapid shirt. They've got two in different competitions.
It's a massive pleasure obviously for Claire and I to be out here, and also just to feel like the women's team is really being pushed is really valuable to us.
Yeah, we've had the opportunity to make 4 really standout kits this year. We've based it on this idea of the art of the game. So we've been looking at how can those different art forms and genres like merge into what we're doing with the kit and make a creative process that makes sense and kind of has a narrative, tells a story. They are like my babies, but there is a favourite. For me, I can really see myself wearing One Day Cup shirt. That kind of more streetwear-y feel definitely appeals to me more, and I think that'll be a staple of my wardrobe for a while.
My favourite kit was the T20 kit. Love the colours, love the design the most.
Yeah, I really like the traditional feel of the training shirt, but actually on the county shirt, there's not a huge amount of design to it. It's a cream traditional cricket shirt, but I love what we've been able to do with the trim on there, and that's down to Macron actually giving us more bespoke options and say over that and working with them to do that. For me, the standout, my favourite one is probably the T20 shirt. This is the elements, it's like every time you look at it, you kind of find another element. That really excites me.
I'm a little bit traditionalist, so I like the off-white one as always, but I think the blue one is really, really nice, really, really different. So I believe the fans and the players will love it.
To be able to connect what we've done with Bologna, with Macron, it just takes it to another level. So we're fortunate we've been able to explore the city a little bit as well. We've had a fantastic time being around here, but we've also been able to incorporate some of the city, the location into the campaign. It's something we're really excited about. Yeah.
Once upon a time, I went on a magical adventure where I travelled through time, explored great buildings, and made lots of new friends. There are forests, rivers, and ice cream. My story was one of excitement and wonder. And what happens next? Well, that's your chapter. Make Worcestershire part of your story.
So today we have welcomed the team from Gaze in Red to Blue into the club, and we're rolling it out across all staff at the club from top to bottom.
They focus on performance and handling pressure, and that's crucial across all levels of our business, from the very top with our elite players down to our stewards and people who are first contact as our guests get to reception.
The introduction and the interest in Red to Blue has become increasingly more common, both at an individual level, and that's into education and into business, and specifically, of course, into sport, where it's always been a thing. But now the idea that an approach to mentality could be embraced and understood and deployed across a whole organisation, a whole club, from boardroom to turnstile, on the field and off the field, is really unique.
It's something that we can really look at and look to build on. We're talking about it being a high performance, but just in everyday life as well. So how we conduct ourselves and how we go about and how we deal with the situations that we're put in just in everyday life.
Every day can be an opportunity to do more of what really matters in your life. Introducing Plexi, the leading global benefits and employee engagement partner, inviting everyone to open up a world of opportunities and enjoy more of what really matters in their lives. With a large global presence and an affiliate network of 1.7 million merchants, we're making life more joyful for 36 million consumers around the world. We're a new brand, built on Sodexo's rich heritage, with big ambitions for the future and a strong focus on accelerated growth. At Plexi, we're shaping the future, strengthening our partnership with clients, and creating meaningful relationships with consumers to give people what they really need. need, from creating personalized experiences to developing innovative benefit solutions and platforms. We harness the power of digital to bring freedom and enrichment to work and beyond. Because we're dedicated to making life better for millions of people across more than 30 countries. And we're committed to working with local communities responsibly and sustainably. Feel the Pluxee effect. More joyful moments, more opportunities, more of what really matters to you. We are Pluxee, the leading global benefits and employee engagement partner.
The business, which is create partnerships with our customers.
We're a local firm based in the city centre. We get to mix with nice local businesses. We've gained a lot of exposure and clients off the back of it.
You come to the club on a summer's day, the beautiful views and the food offering, the drink, it's just a good
This is Mike the Plasterer. He needs a trusted supplier for his materials and tools. Mike needs Profile Store. With an easy-to-use website, you can check stock online, order it and collect it within the hour. Profile Store offer free delivery over £125 and fast overnight shipping. With over 2,000 products in stock, they're sure to have what you need. So get yourself down to the trade counter in Kidderminster today. Get the job done with profilestore.co.uk.
We're here today in Macron campus here in Bologna in Italy. Macron have brought out some of the team, the men's and women's first team captains, a couple of players from each side. They've given us a tour of their impressive campus here and told us a little bit more about their history as a company and how they work in sport.
We're very, very excited. I think it's a landmark deal for Macron because we've been in cricket for the last few years through deals with Cricket Islander and then most recently with the West Indies and South Africa last year. But what we're really missing was a county club in England, and then we're having Worcester. That I think will be a milestone for Macron. We're really excited to work with the Worcester and expand the relationship further in the next few years.
It was a long process in terms of finding the right teamwear provider for us. From the start, actually with Macron, they were really impressive in the way they went about their business. They were really big on sustainability. The depth of their range was really important to us because it allows us to really reduce the prices on, in particular, Pathway and Academy kit to reduce those barriers of participation. The other big thing was we've been able to be super innovative on kit designs.
This season's kit launch, we wanted to really try and do something special and given a lot of opportunity to have some fun with the creative around it. There's a really interesting campaign. Being able to come out to Bologna, it's been a fantastic experience.
We've had a huge amount of conversations over the last 12 months really about designs, how we're going to bring certain things to life. Beard have been integral for the team there in terms of that creativity, actually making it really arty, really bold, stand out and innovative while actually making it very Worcestershire too. Ativo as a principal partner on Front of Show and the Rapids have been key to that process as well. They've been engaged in every step along the way and making sure the designs work for them as a brand as well. This year, for the first time, women are going to match the men's in terms of range throughout rather than just having one Rapid shirt. They've got two in different competitions.
It's a massive pleasure, obviously, for Claire and I to be out here, and also just to feel like the women's team is really being pushed is really valuable to us.
Yeah, we've had the opportunity to make 4 really standout kits this year. We've based it on this idea of the art of the game. So we've been looking at how can those different art forms and genres like merge into what we're doing with the kit and make a creative process that makes sense and kind of has a narrative, tells a story. They are like my babies, but there is a favourite. For me, I can really see myself wearing One Day Cup shirt that kind of more streetwear-y feel definitely appeals to me more, and I think that'll be a staple of my wardrobe for a while.
My favourite kit was the T20 kit. Love the colours, love the design the most.
Yeah, I really like the traditional feel of the training shirt, but actually on the county shirt, there's not a huge amount of design to it. It's a cream traditional cricket shirt, but I love what we've been able to do with the trim on there, and that's down to Macron actually giving us more bespoke options and say over that and working with them to do that. For me, the standout, my favourite one is probably the T20 shirt. This is the elements, it's like every time you look at it, you kind of find another element. That really excites me.
I'm a little bit traditionalist, so I like the off-white one as always, but I think the blue one is really, really nice, really, really different. So I believe the fans and players will love it.
To be able to connect what we've done with Bologna, with Macron, it just takes it to another level. So we're fortunate we've been able to explore the city a little bit as well. We've had a fantastic time being around here, but we've also been able to incorporate some of the city, the location into the campaign. It's something we're really excited about. Yeah.
Once upon a time, I went on a magical adventure where I travelled through time, explored great buildings,
blast.
How great would that be in terms of momentum, as Bethan Robinson is going to continue from the New Road end. Some pace, banging that in, and that's played backwards and score. We're going to have another boundary. Worcestershire have decided they're just going to hit fours then, Jim.
Well, it just sat up a little bit short. Bethan Robinson, I mean, she's talismanic, is that a word? I don't know. But she's led the attack for a couple of years here at Northants, bowled beautifully here last year, of course. And it's been an inauspicious start from her, from the New Road end.
Yeah, she got a wicket. I think she got Gwen Davies last year, if I remember rightly. They're going to have a conference here at the top of the bowler's mark, which isn't much inside the 25-yard disc. 25 yards in the power play for the women's game, 30 yards for the men's game. Numbers inside and out are different. In the women's game here, they're only allowed 2 out. So we've got a deep fine leg and a deep third for Northants. So there's a bit of a sugar round. Nish Patel's coming into backwards square, short backwards square as Robinson comes in again. Ankles flying. Oh, it's a high ball, but
might look like a slower short ball, doesn't it?
Yeah. One for the over, signals the umpire.
Well, it's a clever bit of bowling, but it's just what you want from a Rapids perspective, isn't it? A couple of positive strokes early on, both finding the boundary, pressure off.
Yeah, take the fight to the opposition here as Robinson continues. Gilgras swipes that one through mid-wicket. We're going to get another boundary here. If they can't cut it off, there is a fielder there. She's just scooping it up just off in front of the rope. And getting 3 for 2. It's a good start here from Worcestershire.
Yeah, good chase from the skipper. Gemma Marriott leading from the front there. But again, just dropping a bit short, and it just
set it up for them nicely, wasn't it?
I mean, it's first over, maybe it's a bit of loosening, but it just seems to have just dropped a yard of pace perhaps from last year. She was absent at the start of the season, I know that much.
That's presented a full face of the bat there and just straight to the fielder, and there is no run. Worcestershire doing well here with several boundaries. Scoreboard just catching up with us.
That feels a little bit more like Bethan Robinson's natural length, doesn't it?
Yeah. Good bowler. Rapid action. Banging the ball in. Oh, it's a full toss. And it's hit the stumps. Oh, it's bowled! She's bowled. Well, that was a response to that. Gilgras goes for 10 off the 6 balls that she's faced. And Worcestershire lose their first wicket. Gilgras getting all of those 10. And now she's got to walk back. So she's thumping her bat on the pads.
Well, it's all action, first over.
It is.
And it was just an uncharacteristic start to proceedings from Bethan Robinson, just dropping short. And Gilgras will fill her boots with that. She'll be disappointed. It's a little mini start for Gilgras, and she hasn't gone on.
Yes, frustrating there. She got 22 last year against Northants at home. 15 balls did Gilgras, but yes, leaves proceedings, and we see Sanya Kirana come to the crease. What should I know about Sanya Kirana then?
Well, she's a new face. So she's Dutch international. Signed. She was playing for Wiltshire last year, and it was a weight of runs that got her an opportunity here. There's a little bit of room at the top of the order as Worcestershire have moved things about a little bit. A boycott on Tweets opened up last year. They tried Gwen Davis at the top of the order as well, but I think that with the T20s, they wanted I think they went for a slightly more explosive
start
with Gilgras at the top. Sophie Beach as well, who's already got 100 this season. We're going to see spin early doors, drilled down the ground. It's Beth Ascot.
This over for the Steelbacks from the Diglis end, number 27, Ella.
Oh, it's Ella Phillips, forgive me.
No, scoreboard's all over the place, so we're not getting any prompt from that either, unfortunately. Kirana to face.
looking for a little reverse. It's a lovely reverse, and it's actually Sophie Beach playing the shot.
Beach, beg your pardon.
Swept away with real confidence. How do you feel about your form? Well, there's your answer first up. What a lovely shot that is. That's the third boundary of the innings. But it's Sophie Beach, who's on loan down from Warwickshire, but made her way through the Worcestershire ranks. As Ella Phillips comes in again. Plenty of air on that one. And just on the drive. Think about a single, I think better of it. But she's been so good with the gloves as well. Liv Goff, another really talented young keeper batter, can't get in the side at the moment.
Wow.
So there's that depth that head coach Ed Wilson's been talking about. In comes Phillips again. Flatter this time and heaved into the leg side. Good bit of fielding out in the deep. They'll just take a single.
Yeah, it's good watching the bounce there, wasn't it? Good bit of fielding out there at mid-wicket. Of course, Worcestershire have produced a lot of players for England and Warwickshire and Central Sparks, etc. It's a good breeding ground for some great players.
Driven hard and high. What a lovely shot that is. Straight down the ground. Has it gone all the way? Umpire's check.
The people in the stand at the other end are giving 6, and it is
6. And what a beautiful strike that is. Dare I say, shot of the day.
It was particularly nice. It was going away from us as well, so we've got a good view there.
And just deep in the crease, touches the leg side, but there'll be no run there. But Karana, what a fabulous shot that is!
It's a great shot. Is it a worry that they've managed to get us plugged in, but the scoreboards have gone?
They've unplugged the scoreboard to plug our mics in.
Well, that's
what's happened, Claire. Give the people what they want.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining the live stream. Look, we are late to proceedings, but we're glad to have you with us. The technical gremlins did for us this morning. I'm Jim Dale. I'll be looking after you throughout the day. This is the double header here at New Road between the Rapids and the Steelbacks. We're halfway through, or just over, the women's Rapids this morning. The men take over proceedings at 2:30 this afternoon with myself and Frank Watson. Alongside me, though, I'm very pleased to say that I've got former Derbyshire and Somerset player Claire Jenkins, who makes sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to, aren't I?
Yeah,
you're the proper grown-up in the building.
I'm the minder. Robinson will continue. She got hit round, but then she took the key wicket of Worcestershire, Gilgrass, in that first over. So it was an exciting first over, 52 on her back. Northants in the red shirts here. Worcestershire elected to bowl when they won the toss this morning, because you missed that bit of it. And that's just nibbled in front of her for a dot. And Robinson does the follow-through fielding off her own bowling.
Well, it feels like Bethan Robinson's back to her old self. It's 4 balls, by her own admission, I think they were borderline nonsense.
Yeah,
but
technically.
It just felt, you watched her, it felt like she was bowling within herself. And there was just that lack of pace that we've seen before from her. And now she's right on the money, just outside off peg. Plenty of pace.
Robinson in again, right arm over, some pace here towards the Diglis end. The batter puts that underneath the first fielder, but it's stopped beautifully on the 25-yard circle there in front of us.
So yeah, another single to Sophie Beach.
Yep, as Kirana takes guard from umpire McGarry. Robinson just deciding what she's going to serve to Kirana, who waggles her bat in anticipation. Was a little, must have been flirting with a wide line, although we've not got a good view here. So dot ball.
Well, she chased that one, didn't she? It was a wider delivery, and she threw her hands at it. Didn't feel like there was much balance there.
No.
But no matter, no damage done.
Into the third over here. Worcestershire are 23 for 1. Beach on 6. Kirana on strike on 7 after hitting a glorious 6 in the last over as Robinson comes in again. And Kirana goes up on her toes and just defends that down, and there is no run.
Well, just going back to what you were saying about young, talented cricketers, Phoebe Brett, who was fabulous for us last year, she's gone up to Warwickshire as well. She was on loan for the 50-over stuff, not playing in the T20 Blast.
But picked up by Birmingham Phoenix, isn't she, Brett?
Yeah. Still, I think only 19, but she might have just ticked over to 20.
Yeah, she's
Fabulous young
19,
left-arm spinner.
Great news. Oh, a little strange footwork there as that's played straight to cover, but there is no run.
And then before her, Emily Arlott, who's got England Test recognition. Opening the bowling, we saw her open the bowling with Izzy Wong.
Oh yeah.
Start of the year before last, wasn't it? And she was such good form. She went on to Warwickshire. Hannah Hardwick
Hannah Hardwick.
These talented young players have gone to bigger and better things, which is fabulous to see.
It's great. Robinson comes in again to Kirana, who thumps that back past the bowler. There's going to be a bit of a chase on here because it's going towards the rope. Oh, and just stopped. There's a brilliant bit of fielding in front of us, and you can hear the crowd appreciating that.
Well, again, it's the skipper, Gemma Marriott.
Yeah.
And I started applauding. I forgot I was commentating for a second. Then it was such good work right in front of us.
Just literally a foot before the rope and then diving over. Good work and fielding in pairs as well. So that's the end of the over. 3 overs gone. Worcestershire are 25 for 1. They are chasing, they need 141 to chase down Steelbacks 140 from the first innings. Beach on 6 and Kirana on 9.
Well, they're above the rate already, which is good to see. It's also good to see Kirana, who got a duck on Friday in the runs and showing a bit of her class. Good player.
That 6 was lovely.
Phillips in again, and it's carved and taken. Just reaching for that. There's a bit of flight on the ball. Didn't really get to the pitch of it. And it was thickish outside edge. And it means Beach has to go.
She goes for 6 off the 5 balls that she's faced.
She'll be disappointed with that.
Yeah.
It's in reasonable nick this summer.
Relatively tame dismissal, wasn't it, in the end?
It was. It was just reaching for that delivery. Lots of air on it.
We're going to see Gwen Davies, so we're going to have a bit of left-handed bat here. There'll be a bit of the field having to shift and the bowlers having to relocate their lines to the left and the right-handed batters.
Well, you won't struggle, regardless of the much documented from every quarter's difficulty of identifying players with names and numbers in this new Worcestershire. The sartorial elegance that they're currently
sartorial. I like
displaying,
that sartorial elegance.
But you will not fail to identify Gwen Davis at the wicket. She moves about the crease. You will see sweeps and laps and scoops. Reverses aplenty. It's a bit like watching Ethan Brooks. It's like, how long will we wait to see Gwen Davis sweep the ball?
The old lateral movement.
Is it going to be the first ball or the second ball that she sweeps? That's going to be the question.
Well, she's the only left-handed bat in the Worcestershire lineup. Is that right? Because when she played for Central Sparks, there was lots of left-handers, and which she was part of.
I think you're right. I think it's just Gwen.
Because Flora Burt was not playing today, so
yeah. Oh, it's 2 in 2.
I'm blaming
she rocked
you
back
for that,
onto the back stump, back foot, and it's gone straight through her. It was too close to cut. She tried to move to leg.
I'm blaming you for that one. That big build-up. Well, we built her up, didn't we?
Maybe she should have swept the ball, Claire.
Maybe she should have. She should have gone funkier earlier.
But she's that's disappointing for Gwen. She's normally so good at picking up length. And she's moved to leg, looked to try and cut one that's right on middle peg. And she's got to go. And you've got to say it's good bowling. And all of a sudden, that good start for Worcestershire. And they're under the pump.
Yeah.
Going into that for the Rapids, 21, Ebony Jade Sweets.
Started brilliantly with several boundaries in the early overs, and then and 4s and 6s. And suddenly, 3 wickets, 25 for 3 at Worcestershire here at New Road. suddenly they're behind the DLS. I mean, not that we're expecting any rain today, but it's useful as a par score to look up at the scoreboard.
Sorry, forgive
What
me.
did she do?
I think she might have just slightly chopped it on, but either way, it was too close to cut, and it's just, I think, taken a little under edge.
Tweets.
And taken off stump.
In another at Warwickshire. Loney?
Yes.
Tweets. I know she was in the Warwickshire pathway.
Yeah, she was on loan here last year as well, and she's off the mark with a quick single into the leg side. Well, she's heroics with the bat on Friday. Did all the heavy lifting in a powerful display of hitting, particularly in the V down the ground, using a straight bat.
77 not outs at the score sheet off 52, including 13 fours, a top score. That was sweet for Worcestershire.
Strong similarities with what's happening here today, actually. As Phillips continues. Driven uppish, but over the infield on the offside. Won't quite make the boundary. Take a couple, though. Yes, it was not a great start with the ball on Friday. Pulled it back, late wickets, kept them under control. Lost 3 wickets in the power play, chasing. Boycott and Tweets coming in a little bit later than you'd normally expect them. Boycott playing exactly as expect, Tweets being the aggressor. Short, heaved away. And, wow, it's such a bit of a miscue. It's found its way to mid-off. And that partnership there really got the side home. Thatcher did try and put a spore in the works. 4 runs to go, 2 overs left, and she bowled a double wicket maiden to leave us 8 down. Short of this time was kept a little bit low. Corona can't connect, and that will see out the 4th over, and it's a really successful one. 2 wickets in the over, removing Beach and Gwen Davis. And Worcestershire now, after a very promising start in the first 3 overs, now have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, suddenly there's work to do, isn't there, as you quite rightly say. 28 for 3 of Worcestershire. They need 141 here. 4 overs gone. They've got 2 more overs of the power play, of course, so 6 overs of power play where the fielders are within that 25-yard circle. Only 2 allowed out in the women's game. So can they make the most of hitting up and over?
Amelia Kemp, is into the attack. I think the shot selection there, they'll be a little bit disappointed. Both Beach and Gwen Davies.
Yes, last year she took a 3-for, so Worcestershire won't want any of that against them. Again, 3 for 29 in this game last year. Oh, there's a false start there. They've got a sort of point cordon here for Tweets. Oh, there's a little flay at that one.
Yeah, just offering a bat, wasn't it? It was a bit of a nothing shot, that. Not really any footwork, but then she's not known for, elaborate footwork.
You don't need it if you can still get the ball away, do you?
Exactly. Quick hands, good eye. We saw that on Friday.
Yeah. Tweets to face. Comes forward. Ooh. Has a swing at that one, straight through to the wicket keeper, and there is no run. Just needs to get a timing right here, does Ebony Jade Tweets. Some rearranging of the field. In again, banged in, played to point, straight to the fielder. There is no run.
She's a really good operator, Gemma Marriott. Runs things really well, the skipper. And you can see here, just keeping the ball on off stump, just outside that ring of 4, not including mid-off there. On the 1.
Kempin
keeping
again.
It tight.
Blonde ponytail. That's full toss, and that's given the treatment. That's 4 more runs. Tweets makes the most of that full toss. 4 more to Worcestershire. They move to 33 for 3.
Well, over-pitched and dispatched. Not completely timed, but just...
It was dinner gap,
strength, wasn't it? And
proper thump.
Yeah, hitting in the V. We saw again last week, and another player full of potential.
some rearranging. They're moving to a deep cover, and they also have a deep third. Those are the two fielders that Northants have outside of that 25-yard circle for the power plays. Kemp comes in again on her heels and then onto her toes. That's thumped into the mid-wicket. The fielder does a great job of getting round, stops that before it gets out of the field there. Some nice work there from Beth Ascot, getting her body behind that, making sure it wasn't going out. They rearrange the field again, so deep cover comes into the boundary, deep square goes out for this one. There's a plan. Kirana on 11 of the 10 balls that she's faced. Kemp comes in again. It's hit up and over again. We're going to get another 4 there. Nice 4 from Ebony Jade Tweets as the crowd join in with this, enjoying those big strikes up and over the circle there, Jim.
Yeah, over pitched again. Felt like just outside off stump was the place to be with that ring of fielders in the offside, but she's got the length wrong, and Kirana's crunched it.
5 overs gone, and Worcestershire Rapids are 37 for 3. They need 141 here, chasing down Steelbacks in this Vitality Blast game. Tweets on 6 and Kirana on 15. You missed some of our... Sorry, listener, you did miss some of our best work in the first half. It's a bit like when you get on holiday, say, oh, we should have been here last week.
Oh, it was sunnier.
Oh, it was much sunnier last week.
Well, look, we will pick up on a few of the things that we talked about a little bit earlier on, with the issues that we've had with the live feed. But so we could do a lovely little reverse there. Chase on. And it's going to hold up just shy of the ropes. So Lenny Sims is going to complete the fielding. I'll take a couple. Good little reverse from Tweets. But it's something we mentioned. The Rapids were excellent in the field. And it's something that Coach Ed Wilson, I talked to him before the game. That's something they've really focused on. That's something that you can, as you pointed out as well, is you can always improve.
Yeah.
But I think it's been true of the Steelbacks from what we've seen so far in this innings, as well as Phillips. Again, it's full. Not too far away from a no ball. Just under that waistband. So it'll be a dot. She fields off her own bowling.
Rapid improvement, as we mentioned, from so much coaching talent now the girls are getting.
Shorter this time and reached for it. Fielding completed by Preston in the covers. Well, this is an interesting point. The standards improving. You were mentioning there's just what you'd say is more contact time with coaches.
Yeah, coaches, strength and conditioning. They're getting treating as professionals, even if they aren't getting paid.
Full toss, and Tweets takes what's on offer, which is just a push down the ground for a single. Is the long off back on the rope, and it helps. I think the fielding does an awful lot to help the product, as they call it, the product on the field. It's a bit of a businessy term. That's looking to cut away. Well, can't get a bat on it. Chloe Hill takes behind the stumps.
It's that setting the tone, isn't it? If you can be brilliant at fielding, everything else kind of sort of emanates ripples from there.
In comes Phillips again. Heaved into the leg side. There's only one player out there. Is it going to be taken? It is. What a great grab that is. And there may only be one player out on the leg side. But Kirana's found her. And it's a really good take on the run, sliding. And we've just been extolling the virtues of the improved fielding we've seen in the women's game. What a great grab that is, Claire.
Yeah, it was a great grab. So Kirana goes for 15 off the 12 balls that she's faced. One magnificent 6 into the Diglis end, well, almost into the seats, the far end. She takes a 6 and a 4, but 15 off the 12 balls that she's faced. So, yeah, that was a good illustration of good fielding, because she did have some cover, some grounds of cover, and it was dipping, and she got a good catch there. So we're going to see the skipper come in, Claire Boycott. You missed us building her up in the first half, but we did talk a lot about the example that Claire Boycott sets her side and the high standards that she also sets in everything that she does.
Well, she's a quiet character, and she's a very measured individual, and she's a lead by example sort. Of course, plays at Aswood Bank Cricket
Oh
Club.
yeah, Aswood Bank, massive.
But took 3 wickets again today, bowling those wicket-to-wicket medium pacers. Just knows what to do, knows her game inside out, ever reliable. Affected a run out as well. Meg Bishop, who's on loan from Hampshire, did a lovely job with the ball. The latest in a long line of Worcestershire spinners affecting the game. And
these are 2 players that I know who will have played against each other. Nish Patel, ex-Central Sparks, facing Claire. Oh, Tweets is the other end. Oh, that was going to be a really nice little piece there. Nish Patel, bit of spin, full toss almost. Oh, it's a clean bowled. She's clean bowled with a full toss.
Well,
oh my,
dear, oh dear. And you have to say, Rapids are in real trouble here, Claire, playing all the way round a full toss.
Oh my.
It's a premeditated shot, isn't it? Looking for the sweep.
It is. So Tweets has to go for 9 off the 11 balls that she's faced. It was a full toss. It was, I mean, it could have many ways of describing that. Filthy, full toss, whatever, but it's still clean bowled, isn't it?
It's a loosener with leg spinners. Yeah. There is an element of that, isn't it? Control is not always the easiest part, but just moving outside off stump. And that's the perils of playing with a cross bat.
That's it.
But look, we've been talking about Claire Boycott. The fact she's taken 3 wickets, affected a run out, led her side well. Field placings were really strong. Feel like she's going to have to do it on her own today.
She may
40 for 5, and you just feel again shot selection. You don't feel like they've been getting out to good deliveries here. And I think just playing with a straight bat and just they'll be disappointed with that.
5 wickets down now, Worcestershire here for 40 as Nish Patel comes in again, and that's worked towards the deep point fielder who comes in, and they get a single. So another one to total, 41 for 5 as Worcestershire head towards that first 50 milestone. But they're now going to have to do it with 2 new batters. This will be the first ball that Captain Claire Boycott will face. Takes a guard. Now this is old teammates against each other. Nish Patel's spin to the wise head of Claire Boycott. She just watches that one and just prods it nonchalantly into the offside, and there is no run.
Well, it's about partnership building now, isn't it? Because we haven't really seen one from a Worcestershire perspective. I think there's plenty of time.
Patel in again, looping delivery. Boycott plays that through point. They get through for a jogged single. Another one to the total, 42 for 5 Worcestershire. They need 141 here. They've got 14 and a bit overs to do it in. Nish Patel just changing her field slightly.
It's a good opportunity this as well for Sophia Mitchell as well. Didn't get a bowl in the first innings.
Yeah, they brought in a short mid-wicket to Nish Patel. Cover tweaked into the place that she wants it. Marriott on long on in front of us, straight through to the wicket keeper. Wily box of tricks as Nish Patel bowls some spin here at New Road. And this Vitality Blast, first game of a double header here at New Road. Patel in again. And that's watchfully played by Mitchell into the offside again as Kemp comes off the rope, and they get a single.
And that the difference there, the wicket in the over to start things, as Tweets was bowled, is that you now know as a spinner you can afford to loop it up a little bit, give it a bit more air, try and invite the drive, try and get that ball up above the batter's eye line, because you know that they're going to be rooted to their crease. They've got to be careful. They know that really this is the partnership that's got to try and break the back of this total now.
Yeah. As you mentioned, Boycott is going to really have to do the hard work here, potentially, if Worcestershire are going to pull something out of the hat here. Mitchell to face. She's on 2, Boycott's on 1. Worcestershire 43 for 5, 7 overs gone.
Well, we're going to see, which happens a little bit more in the women's game than it does in the men, perhaps, but Ella Phillips is going to bowl through here. 4 overs on the bounce, and why wouldn't you? Did a great job for her side. Driven down the ground, that's a great shot. Confident shot from Sophia Mitchell.
I think these batters are a bit wary of Nish Patel, so I think they're getting in a, you know, she's wily, so this is a chance to have a go at the bowl at the other end potentially.
Yeah, you feel Nish Patel, the kind of consistency, well, that's always the sort of the issue, but she's got a wicket-taking delivery in her and she just knows her game inside out.
Does. Works for Warwickshire Cricket Foundation, I think, in her day job. I know she's heavily involved with Warwickshire, is Nish Patel.
Good start to the over then. Onto the back foot this time. Drops and takes a single. And that was probably a little bit tighter than they want, but there's overthrows here. So they'll pick up a couple.
They're going to burgle another one.
So alert to it. But again, you see with Mitchell picking length well. 49 for 5. The score run rate is under 7.5. There's nothing to worry about just yet. It's about keeping wickets intact from a Rapids perspective. There's a drop chance there. So it's about keeping wickets intact, but
non-strikers.
Here, Mitchell. Well, you can see that her intentions here are to stay positive and to be aggressive, but you feel that it was a sharp chance, but you'd want to take that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. It's the thing with a shorter run-up as well. You're kind of expecting it to come back at you at pace. Caught and bowled chances are plenty.
A bit flatter, a bit faster. And it'll be a dot ball. But you feel there's the momentum really switched, didn't it? When Beach
really
and
well.
Davis went in consecutive deliveries to Ella Phillips. Air on this one. And he's just gone over Ascot. And it's gone for 4 as well. So a couple of boundaries in the over. And I mentioned it was an opportunity for Sophia Mitchell to show what she can do. She's a good all-round young cricketer. Just evaded the fielder.
Yeah, flirting with the fielder's hands there. Like there was a sort of we were looking down the line of that when you're like, oh, is it going to be a cat? Oh, no,
it's a little wristy flick, just enough on it.
Yeah. And but 50 up as well.
As is the way though, Claire. When it just evades the fingertips of the infield, it means it's got a really good chance of finding the boundary.
8 overs gone. Worcestershire are 53 for 5. Mitchell on 12. Boycott on 1. They chase it. They need to get 141, so lots more to get.
Yeah, quick.
Behind the DLS as well.
Quick
88
word for
to win.
Ella Phillips, who I think has bowled beautifully actually. 4 overs, 3 for 28. A couple of boundaries in her last over. That'll annoy her, I think. Especially with a drop catch. Could have been a little bit better, but she did a great job for her side.
Patel to Boycott this time in the sunshine at New Road. And that's defended down. Very watchful of Nish Patel's guile, I think, here.
Yeah, no pace on that delivery at all, was it? Beautifully dropped on a length.
It's almost from behind her head as Boycott thumps that one down the ground. Along the carpet, they get through for an easy single.
What is that?
Glad to get off the mark, I imagine.
It's got that little element of... yes, you're right, from behind the head, almost like a...
Sarah Glenn-esque, was almost like from behind her ear. I always think when Sarah Glenn bowls. Ex of Worcestershire, of course, that's the reason for the reference. They're bringing in a short mid-wicket here.
Some have quite a stiff wrist on the way through as leg is, but this is just like nice, languid, flowing action.
It is.
It's a lovely action.
It's a floaty one, isn't it? And that's straight to the fielder at mid-off, and there is no run. Got a deep mid-wicket and a deep cover point here. So that's played back past the non-striker, and they get through for a single to long on. Another one to the total. 57 for 5.
But as a spinner, picking up, particularly a wrist spinner as well, picking up a wicket early, great for the confidence,
first
isn't
ball.
it? Great for the confidence.
Yeah, full toss, clean bowled.
It's a lovely time to come on as a slow bowler.
Gwen Davis goes back to the dugout on that ball as Nish Patel comes in again. Claire Boycott rocks back and plays that to long on. Comes off the rope in front of us, Gemma Marriott. Just the single. Another one to the total.
They're just taking what's on offer, aren't they, at the moment? That seems a good approach. Just build that partnership. It's good bowling, though, from Patel.
There's clearly a plan here to Mitchell because they bring in Ascot as a short mid-wicket when she's on strike. and as if to punish them, Mitchell plays it into the offside where Ascot came from. They get a single. That's the end of the over, so 9 overs are gone. Worcestershire Rapids 57 for 5, Mitchell on 14, Boycott on 3. Worcestershire need another 84 to win this game.
Well, it's going to be a tough ask, you feel.
Yeah.
But if they can get some inspiration from the White Ferns yesterday.
Oh yes, I was just thinking that. I was thinking Sophie Devine, ex-captain-esque, you know, she just said, you know, that game was in England's hands, having got very early wickets. And,
yeah, a really competitive mini-series between England women and New Zealand women. Yeah, there was a game yesterday and England had them 11 for 4.
Yeah.
And Devine was, well, Devine, wasn't she? Absolutely
she
astonishing
was.
hitting.
Hold my coat. She came into bat with Maddie Green, who's the sort of unsung hero of that partnership, really. But the two of them, a massive record partnership, actually, and then took them over the line. Ultimately.
Drilled into the offside. Fielder out there, so it'll just be one. But it's Josie Groves come on for a bowl.
Yeah, that series is finally poised, 1 game each. So the deciding game will be tomorrow at Hove. If you are in the vicinity, get yourself down to that. I think it may be a sellout. I'm sure there will be 1 or 2 more tickets. I mean, hopefully.
I was going to say there are very few grounds more enjoyable to watch cricket than
lovely,
Hove.
isn't it?
As a former resident of Brighton, I can confirm. Wow. Plenty of air on that one, and just guided the offside, nicely timed, but 2 on the offside, either side of square. It's Robinson and Preslin there. Little bit of grip there, just dropped into the leg side. A momentary interest as it clipped a bit of pad, but short-lived. Field spread.
Ooh.
Oh, a play and a miss. And they'll go through for a bye.
Grown from the
crowd. Clipped off Chloe Hill's pads behind the stumps.
Boycott optimistically using her feet and then missing the ball almost. And they still got a single, so that's the important bit off.
Well, we are in the baking sunshine here at New Road. It's full of this time, worked to the leg side. It's a good bit of fielding. But Mitchell's home. So this is part of a double header.
Yes,
and look, we love having your company here on the live stream, but if you're in range, there are very few things better in life than watching cricket here at New Road in the sunshine.
Yeah.
As that one's a wide down leg side, so there are tickets still available if you want to come in and enjoy the back end of this Worcestershire Rapids chase and the men's T20 as well. It starts at 2:30. What else would you want to do on a bank holiday Sunday? Really, is Groves in again. Driven in the offside, classic Claire Boycott shot that through the covers. They'll take a single to the sweeper.
Just starting to build here, aren't they?
Quiet over, but that's what the Rapids need. Halfway point, 62 for 5, chasing 141 for victory. And you'd fancy that a lot of the responsibility lies on the shoulders of Sophia Mitchell and Claire Boycott here. They are not out of this game by any stretch. They've got 2 players with really good mentality. That run rate's creeping up towards 8 though, Claire. As soon as it gets towards 8.5, 9s, then that's when it's a bit of a...
We like 62, but we don't like the 5. That's the thing at the halfway stage.
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, they should be able to get to 144 from here, which would be enough. But so many wickets are lost as Nish Patel continues, and Boycott strokes that beautifully into the point region, and they get a single.
Well, with 5 down, you feel that you want to take the game deep and at least give yourself the opportunity to put the bowlers under pressure.
Absolutely. Nish Patel brings Ascot into short mid-wicket again for Mitchell. There must be a plan. And that's the plan, because Ascot nearly managed to cut that off, but they get through for a single.
Well,
Ascot disappears back over to the offside.
Keeping them busy. That's what you want to do in this heat, don't you? Just run from side to side, even though they're both right-handed batters. But it's obviously what they think of her as a fielder, and that's the key bit.
Yeah, she's obviously a key fielder, as Boycott just comes forward but defends that down in front of her, and there is no run.
It's the joys of being almost exclusively a slip fielder in my day, Claire.
Yeah,
it was
I
like
was point to point, me.
Second slip. There's no movement there. And that was my kind of gig.
Patel in again. Oh, big swipe from Boycott. Bounces in front of the fielder Marriott, who manages to watch the spin, get the ball back in. So they only get one off that. Looked like it was headed towards the boundary, but well cut off by the captain of Northants there. Worcestershire 64 for 5. Mitchell to face. He's on 17. Boycott on 7. Nish Patel just rearranging Ascot at short mid-wicket. That's played again through the sort of cover point region by Mitchell. They get through for a single.
It'll be interesting to see what Marriott's approach is here. Now, it's nice in T20 if you can get your spinners in and just let them bowl and not have anyone charge down the wicket and try and smack them. But at the same time, she'll want to try and put this game to bed. They won't want things to just slowly build, which you feel like they are.
Boycott plays that into the leg side. They're going to get at least a single here. She's found a pocket there as Claire Boycott has an easy single there. Well, the thing about also with the spin bowling is another over clicks by. 11 overs gone. Worcestershire 67 for 5. They need 141 here against Northants Steelbacks. Mitchell on 18, Boycott on 8. The other thing about spin bowlers is short run-ups, and you can put pressure on the batting side by just getting through the overs really quickly, because you can be sort of
exactly
at 7, then look up and it's 12 overs, and you really need to push the scoreboard onwards.
Well, she's used 5 bowlers.
Yeah.
I mean, the logical 6 actually is bowling herself, and those seam up deliveries are miserly.
Yeah.
But we're going to see more of Groves to continue. But I think at some point she's particularly good at the death, Gemma Marriott. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if we saw her in maybe 5 overs time bowling a couple. But it is going to be Groves. It's full ball, dug out by Claire Boycott. It'll be a dot ball though.
Of course, in this fixture last year, Boycott got 48 off 45. She was the top scorer, so they're going to need her to do something similar today.
It was a game to win, wasn't it? Unfortunately, Worcestershire threw it away. Again, it's more of the same. Full darted in, and it's just dug out by Boycott. But you look at the tail of the tape is losing 2 wickets on 25 and losing 2 wickets on 40, back to back on both occasions. That's down the leg side. Good take from Chloe Hill, but it'll be a wide.
Was that the double header last year that we did here? Was that Northants and Derbyshire, wasn't it?
It was. Yes, it was the Derbyshire in the morning, and I think it was a difficult old gig because Derbyshire rolled Worcestershire for 55 in that one. That's a full toss and pulled away, and that should go for 4, and it does. And we've actually seen. It's not always the easiest to hit a low full toss to the boundary, but we've seen pretty much every full toss go, haven't we, today?
Good technique from Claire Boycott, captain there.
Well, Mitchell on 18, Boycott on 12. The score is 72 for 5, halfway through the 12th. It means it's a partnership of 32, and it's the first real partnership of any substance from a Rapids perspective. But it's no surprise that Claire Boycott is anchoring this reply. In comes Grove again. That's a good length. Worked to the leg side. Should be a single, and it is. Despite the ever omnipresent Ascot in close.
she's doing the Gwen Davis.
I was going to say exactly that. I wonder who's quicker across the deck.
Oh, that would be good.
There we go.
Arranged a run-off afterwards.
They'd be delighted for us suggesting that, wouldn't they? In the baking heat, driven down the ground, but there won't be a run there.
Maybe if we said you can have an ice cream at the end, there might be a bit more, offer an incentive.
Ladies, it's been a long day in the field. Who fancies a race?
For an ice cream.
But it's
First
similar.
one to the ice cream van.
Looking for the big heave into the leg side. Didn't get any of it. But it's similar, isn't it? Quick across the ground. They're, diminutive stature, low centre of gravity. And for their body size, they can fizz the ball in, can't they?
Yeah.
Really good technique. And there's
every side needs at least one of those people, and it's also the energy that conveys as well, isn't it?
And you see that the confidence in a side is often shown by how often they pick the ball up one-handed and fizz it into the keeper's gloves. A good thud. So there we are, 12 overs gone, 8 to go. Just a nick over halfway here, Worcestershire. It's up to 8.5 and over. It's not insurmountable at all. We're going to see a change of bowling. It's going to be Lenny Sims. Yeah. Am I right? I may be misremembering this, but she represented Italy.
Oh, yes, you might be right. Hang on a minute.
I'm pretty sure she represents Italy. There we are.
Well, she should do, even if she doesn't. Lenny Sims.
Decreed by Claire Jenkins. Who would argue with that? Well, it is a new
2
bowler.
for 6 in their win over Bedfordshire and Huntingdonshire. Bit of spin by the look of it. That's up in the air. 2 point. Oh, through point. Boycott gets away with one there. They get a single. They're thinking about a second. They're going to go for second. Boycott's going for it. It's not quite in fast enough, and Boycott gets 2 off that one.
Well, look,
it went from a catch to 2 runs.
I think that's probably the first bit of poor quality fielding we've seen all day, actually. Both sides have been excellent in the field, and you felt like if that's taken, it could well be curtains for the Rapids, but Boycott's been given a life here.
She has.
She's got the character to make it count.
Sims in again to Boycott. Comes forward and just defends that down, and there is no run. That's a dot ball. Worcestershire 75 for 5. Boycott on 15. Mitchell on 18. They still need 66 to win here.
If that had been taken, it would have been the 5th out of 6 wickets to be taken on the first or last ball of an over. There's a stat for you.
you need to get out more as that's played to mid wicket.
That's why I'm paid the big bucks, Claire.
Yeah, I'm just doing it for the ice creams. They get a single. Worcestershire 76 for 5.
Well, you feel it's not go time just yet, Claire, but you feel that soon they might have to start pushing the accelerator.
Might have to move to happy hour, do you think? Sims comes in again, 50 on her back, right arm spin, past the blade of Mitchell, straight to the wicket keeper, and there is no run. Need 65 to win, so they've broken the back of it. They've gone through the halfway. Half of what they need to get. Oh, thump. Straight to the mid-off fielder. There's a bit of a shy at the stumps, but Mitchell's made it home already. Another one to the total.
Well, they're at that point, aren't they? They're running on the shot because they have to. They've got to keep it rolling. There's a little bit of turn there. There's a little bit of grip, but it looks like it's slow turn. Not that you'll see a lot of pace from Lenny Sims anyway.
Sims in. Oh, straight back towards the bowler. It's a caught and bowled. So having built up Claire Boycott, she goes caught and bowled. Is a victim of Lenny Sims there.
It's the last ball of the over as well, Claire.
Oh yeah, to add to your stats.
Well, look, it's the third time last ball of the over.
It was a good catch though, because it was low down, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good grab. Really good grab.
Sorry, you carry on with the stats.
Well, it goes to show when you're chasing, you know you're behind the game and there are wickets tumbling down, you get towards the end of the over and you feel like you've got to push the issue.
Yeah. And when the bowler's thinking just get out of the over, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, look, Claire Boycott was fortunate to survive the first ball of the over, and in the end, she had her comeuppance anyway.
So Boycott goes for 16 off the 20 balls or 21 balls that she faced, and won 4 in there. She had a life just briefly before that as the ball went through the point fielder's hands. But now we have Bishop coming to the crease. She got 25 top scored against Leicestershire in that game. Although that game went onto a bowl-off, didn't it? That was exciting.
Yes, it did. But she got one, and Caitlin Baker-Smith got 2 in that bowl-off.
Yeah.
High drama. That's a terrible business, isn't it? Penalty shootouts are horrible, but a bowl-off, it's a horrible. Like, what an examination of your technique.
You have to get a result, though, don't you? And if it's absolutely tipping it down, the bowl-off is the only way, isn't it?
I meant to ask Ed Wilson about this, the Rapids coach. Because, what do? Do you get them to just bowl their stock delivery and trust that they're accurate with it, or do you slow everything down and do like a really basic arm rotation to try
do
and
what you like as long as you hit the stumps?
I know, right? You can technically bowl under arm. I'd be thinking, can you do that in a bowl off? Anyway, we'll see.
Kemp by the look of it.
Yeah, Kemp is back into the attack, changing ends. Oh, and it felt like a little feather was on that. It's gone to ground anyway. Hands on heads.
Mitchell not looking confident, not looking happy at being at the bat. Kemp is coming in at some speed there.
Well, she's bowling from the Diglis end. She was a little bit wayward first up from the New Road end. Looked to be entirely on the money there. I think there was a little feather on that, you know. 77 for 6 a score. Mitchell is set. Meg Bishop has joined her. She's got a 50 to her name this season as well, so she can bat too. That's driven hard down the ground. There's both long off and long on in play, so it'll just be a single. But you feel with 7 overs to go, that run rate is now up to 9.5. We said is it go time a couple of overs ago. It feels like it is now, Claire. It feels like now's the time to go.
7 overs remaining, 63 to win. It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
78 for 6 are Worcestershire, chasing down 141.
Does she look to make room and go over the offside? Go inside out. And that's just dropped into the offside. And Patel will do the fielding. That's a round of applause from Chloe Hill behind the stumps, and why not? This is really tight stuff. So Kemp has come back in and looked sharp.
Well, Northants can afford to be a bit more aggressive here, I think, with their fielding potentially.
Worked into the leg side. That's nicely placed. There's runs here. There might be 4 of them. That's a good stop, though. So it'll just be 2. And
there's a good stop there.
Roundly applauded by a good crowd in here at New Road for this double header.
Mabel Reid doing the work there on the rope. Sorry. Good crowd.
Both the men and the women in action today.
Yeah.
And
who doesn't love a double header? In the sunshine.
Love a double header.
Yeah.
Love a double header. There's lunch in it for me as well as Kemp comes in. And wide of off stump. And Bishop throws a bat at it, can't get near it. This is another dot ball. This is a really good over. It's just tightening the screw, isn't it?
Yeah, they're frustrating the Worcestershire batters here, I think. In the sunshine here, Vitality Blast. Worcestershire won the toss and put themselves into bowl first. Will that be a mistake? Ooh.
It's a little ramp and it's not going to be enough because Robinson's underneath it and she takes it. Trying to be inventive. There's the pressure. It's the last ball of the over. And it's another wicket.
Adding to your stats there, look, Jim. God, it's almost like you know what you're talking about.
I know it's frightening, isn't it?
If it happens to me, that is really frightening.
But you know that pressure just brings wickets in this sort of situation. You feel like that Kemp's done a really good job of line and length there and just really tighten things up. You feel like you have to force the issue, try something different. And Meg Bishop's a very talented all-round cricketer. But the scoops and the ramps aren't really her natural game. She's more of a hit down the ground. She's a good cutter and puller of the ball. But you have to say it's a great over from Kemp. Gave her absolutely nothing to work with.
And they were getting frustrated, weren't they? You could see that in their body language. They're both batters, really. They wanted to get it away, but Kemp's coming in at some speed and banging the ball down. And so another over goes by.
There's a lot to be said for momentum as well. With 18 overs on the board, Worcestershire were 120. They managed to put 20 on the scoreboard. Last 2 overs, the Steelbacks. That little bit of momentum, despite the flurry of wickets they lost. They had that little partnership towards the end, Claire, that just pushed it up. Like 130, you know, 130 would have felt like something really manageable. 140 just pushes that.
Yeah.
And then when you're losing wickets regularly.
So Worcestershire 80 for 7, starting the 15th over. So 6 overs remaining, and they need 61 runs to win. 80 for 7.
I think it's just been a really good bowling performance here from the Steelbacks. I think some of the shot selections have been not the best from the home side.
Yeah. We've seen some nice batting, haven't we, as well? Sims comes in again. Rocks back through point. They're going to get a single. They think about a second, but it would be madness, and they decide against it. 1 more to the total. So we've got Caitlin Baker-Smith come in to join her partner Mitchell on 21.
She can bat. She's batting in the top 3 a fair bit actually in the couple of 50 over games at the start of the season. So they wanted to expose it to plenty of time at the crease.
She's going to get a chance now as that's looped in front of her, and she plays that to mid-off. They think about a run, but they get sent back.
But I think going back to that continuity of the Steelback side, of familiar faces all back together, is that I was surprised they didn't make finals day last year. Actually, I thought they were a stronger side than Leicestershire.
Yeah, sometimes it's about the combination of games, isn't it, and who you've got available. So that's down the leg side, and they don't get a run.
I think a fair bit to do with it was Francesca Sweet as well, who
Oh
was
yeah,
absolutely magnificent, wasn't
and
she?
it depends on your low knees and how well they're doing, and,
Yes,
and whether
that's
they
right.
get cup tied or equivalent of cup tied.
They got some good lone players, didn't they, last year?
Yeah.
Leicestershire, but they were just very strong at the top of the order. Tweets is
because we
playing
might.
first tier cricket now after that one season with Leicestershire.
Yeah, we might have seen Michaela Kirk, for example, and Co. But Sims comes in again. Can't get that away. Can Baker Smith? She's struggling with her timing on this. Sims is bowling.
Well, it's good. Again, it's line and length, and it's just putting the ball in the right spots and asking the batters to beat them.
It's just that nagging length as well. And that's driven to... Oh, there's a run-out chance, and it is. It's given. So Baker Smith sets off for a run, but there was good fielding there, and she was run out trying to make her ground again. So Worcestershire lose another wicket.
Well, it's run on the shot again. It was a beautifully timed drive. It was a lovely drive.
Straight to the fielder.
It was straight to the fielder. It was wanting the run and knowing that one's there is a rather different thing. And unfortunately, she's run a single, but it's been two halves rather than a length.
Yes, it's half a rounder. Yes, she did both halves.
It's a shame for Baker Smith. Really talented young player.
It is.
16 years old. Very bright future in this game.
As have a lot of them. So Worcestershire are 81 for 8. Baker Smith goes without scoring. And Mitchell on 21. And this is a mountain to climb. They need 60 still off the 5 overs remaining. Just that 5 overs, because we just clicked through another over. 5 hours to go. 60 to win. 81 for 8. That's the problem. That's the challenge. The 8 wickets down. Edgerton to the crease.
Well, I mean, if you think about how the Steelbacks have operated, there were a couple of loose overs at the top, but apart from that, there's been very few short and wide. Worcestershire have had to try and force the issue by using their feet, trying to knock bowlers off their length as Kemp will continue from the far end, the Diglis end. That's down the leg side, it will be a wide. Mitchell is still there, 21 from 23. She's looked good, actually.
Yeah.
But you feel that, and looks at Jess Beach is capable of hitting the ball.
Worcestershire
She's got a
started
good
so
score
brightly,
now,
didn't
but
they? 2 4s are the first 2 balls, and then... Yeah.
You just feel like you needed more from your top 6 as that's driven hard down the ground. They'll take a single, but as the run rate finds its way to 12s, it's a really tough ask from here.
They need 58 to win.
But when you have the people of the calibre, Gilgrass and Sophie Beach and Gwen Davis, the real calibre cricketers, need someone to just understand the situation and
Well, you mentioned
lay a
earlier
little
they needed some
platform.
partnerships, didn't they? And or somebody at least for them to bat around. Can Mitchell be that person?
Kemp's in on a length. It's just fizzed past the outside edge, and Jess Beach can't get bat on ball. Her good friend Chloe Hill takes the ball behind the stumps. I wonder if they have a little chat in amongst it if the spinner's on.
Wicketkeepers known for their chirp, of course. Kemp's firing it in here, though. She's coming at some pace and some height.
Bit of width on offer. Just dabbed into the offside. Chance of a run out if she hits. She was gone for all the money if it's a direct hit, but they have to go for everything here. It's a miss, which means Mitchell is back on strike, and we are. It's fire sale time. It's everything must go, Claire.
Yep. 57 to win.
You
4
feel
and a half
like
overs to get it in.
at this point, do you even consider just thinking about your net run rate? It's going to be really tight looking for qualification out of the group.
That's a good point.
Worcestershire have started well. It's sived over the top. It won't go to hand. It might find the boundary, though. It's going to stop just short. There's going to be 2 taken. I think 3 might have been a possibility, but Mitchell needs as much of the strike as possible here. And she's a good timer of a cricket ball. She's cuts a slight figure to Sophia Mitchell, but she can hit the ball hard. Just dropped into the leg side. It's good bowling, isn't it? Right in the block hole.
It is, and
Again,
actually she did well to get that
matter.
out and send it to a pocket and get a single out of that.
But it's even then, it's that ability is that Kemp, just that natural, just little bit of movement away from the right-hander. And you've got the ball that just holds its line. It's the ability to threaten both edges of the bat. In comes Kemp again. Again, it's full. Wrapped on the pad. Nothing doing. I think it's down the leg.
Counter out the pocket, looked like the arm was coming up for a minute. Yeah, another over ticks by. 16 overs gone. Worcestershire 87 for 8. Mitchell on 25, more or less a runner ball off the 26 she's faced. Beach on 1. They need 54 more. Required run rate is 13.5 and their actual run rate is 5.4, so a long way here. And it's those 8 wickets down, and that, you know, some of those middle orders they would have kind of banked on there being, you know, them getting 20 or 30 runs.
Well,
almost guaranteed, but they didn't. They were foiled in that middle order as Sims is continuing from our end, and that's up and over the fielder. It's nicely placed. There's 2 fielders there. They're converging, but they managed to get that off the rope. They get through for 2 to Worcester, so that's 2 more. Each time is a little bit nibbled up, and as you mentioned, they're going to have to take it as deep as possible, and at the very least improve their net run rate for potential decision time at the end of the Vitality Blast competition, because it is one big group this time as opposed to a North and a South group as it was last year.
And they've got to contend with Glamorgan and Middlesex, who are going to be the teams to beat in this. They're good sides.
They are. And that's into the air. It's going to bounce to Josie Groves, who manages to get a hand on that, time that well in terms of fielding as the
That's cool,
spectators.
isn't it?
It is just stick a hand
plucking it out of the air one-handed.
No problem. That's what you get when you're England under-19 captain from Josie Groves.
Yeah, well, that's it. Again, I say that modern cricketers, they all know each other. So she's played with Gilgrass and Beach, hasn't she? And but it's confident young lady, and why wouldn't she be? What a cricketer!
Stick a hand out, just stop it. Just easy peasy. Worcestershire 90 for 8. They need 51 as Sims comes in again. Straight through to the wicket keeper. Another dot ball. Northants will want the dot balls. Worcestershire will want to see the score going up. They still need 51 here. 3 and a bit overs left. Then he Sims in again. Right arm spin. It's rocked back. Plays to point. There's a shot of the stumps, but I think that was, they'd made the ground there.
Good bit of cricket all round though. Good delivery, good shot, nice bit of fielding, good glove work.
Yep.
But I mean, I'm a pretty positive sort of chap when it comes to this. My mentality is as a poker reference, chip and a chair. I've got one chip and a chair. I'm still in this. Let's do this.
Okay, let's do it.
But I feel we might be, even in my hyper optimistic state, I think we might. I think the game might have gone.
But yeah, Sims comes in to Mitchell, who thumps that to long on in front of us. Marriott comes off the rope. They get a single. Singles won't do it. They need 49 more to win. Worcestershire heading towards those 3 figures. 92 for 8. Beach, run a ball 29. Mitchell, run a ball 29. Beach on 2. Sims in again. This time to Beach. Stretches and sweeps that to square leg. And then just get a single. It's the end of another over. This is the kind of pressure of getting through the overs quickly, isn't it? 3 overs remaining. They need 48 to win.
And the realisation that, I mean, they're at a point where they've got to clear the rope. They've got to clear the boundary ropes to stay in contention. It's just very difficult to do it. You've got one bowler at one end who's absolutely got it on a rope, who's got it at a good pace and a little bit of movement that gives top order batsmen a difficult time. You've got, Lenny Sims actually done a really nice job of just controlled line length. Pin you back on your crease and said, right, well, to try and smack us then. It's very, very difficult to do.
It is that.
And it's you start looking for these things, how do players respond. It's really good to see Sophia Mitchell getting amongst the runs. Good cricketer that is always looking for ways to contribute. You've got to look for those sort of positive elements.
48 to win, Worcestershire 93 for 8.
Josie Groves back into the attack. That's down the leg side. Just tickled in for a single. So Mitchell will be back on strike. 17 deliveries to go.
It is that thought that it's the comfort for Northants saying, well, singles is fine. You can take your singles if you like. I mean, you're not going to get there with that. So how can they get on?
Good bit of bowling. Good take as well.
It's
and
out.
Given. Fired in. And it's going to be the end of Sophia Mitchell. It was a fine knock from her.
It was.
Did all she could coming in the lower order. She's frustrated.
29 off 30 balls with 2 fours. Yeah, 38 minutes at least. And a bit more possibly by the time she gets off. Yeah, it was a good innings from Mitchell, wasn't it? It was that kind of... It needed someone to drop anchor at that point.
And good take, good bit of keeping. And I just thought it was... I thought she got her foot back, but actually you can see in the replay that she was a little further down the wicket than I realised, but it's just...
good girl work, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do that to Chloe Hill. Worcestershire 94 for 9.
And it's
made 47 off 2.4 overs. It's just a 17.6 an over then, Jim.
Well, I mean, it would be a remarkable last wicket stand, wouldn't it? We would be...
I think
if
you might
they
need
pull
to
this
take
off,
another
it will be...
optimism pill.
I've seen a lot of cricket over the years. I think this would be up there with as the all-time great. But chip in a chair. And more importantly, look, this is competitive cricket. There are players out there that will be taking this very seriously, regardless of context. And you have Daisy Edgerton, who will want to make a name for herself and contribute.
They accidentally got 2 there. I think they realised, hang on a minute, that's going to be quite a while for Robinson to get that ball back there. They managed to get 2 more for the total. 96 for 9. Worcester need 45 to win.
Down the leg side again, it's more of the same. And this might well find its way to the rope. Bethan Robinson won't be enjoying this when they're 9 down. It's just going to get there. The cheers from the crowd, and she's going to...
crowd are getting involved now.
It's going to be wides as well. So after a really good bit of bowling to dismiss Mitchell, some not quite so good bowling. The extras column getting a bit of help, and Bethan Robinson is doing some, let's be honest, unnecessary groundwork. Fast bowlers tend to take to that well, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They love a bit of that. 100 up.
In again, bit of flight on this, lovely delivery. It's just past the off stump and past the outside edge of Daisy Edgerton's bat as well. As you mentioned that Josie Groves, she knows what she's doing, doesn't she? Really canny operator. Big shout, and that's it. It's another for Groves. It's the end for Daisy Edgerton, and it's the end of the contest. And you have to say that Steelbacks have bowled beautifully.
They have. And there's a reason that Josie Groves got a contract with London Spirit this summer. Canny operator, as you mentioned. Former England under-19 captain as well. And that's the end of the game there. So Worcestershire did get through to 101 for that 10, but chasing, they needed 141, so find themselves 40 runs short there, unfortunately.
Well, it means they start their T20 Blast campaign with a win and a loss, and they still can't quite get over the hump against Northamptonshire, who just seem to have the skiddy on them. But this is as I mentioned, this is a Northamptonshire side which has got a lot of continuity. Players that played last year really know their stuff. Brilliantly led by Gemma Marriott, excellent captain, and they have bowled fantastically. They've barely given Rapids much of a shout there. So, tail of the tape. Worcestershire inserted Northamptonshire first up. They made 140 for 6. Marriott 23, bowled Boycott. Reed was run out by Claire Boycott for 35. Kemp was bowled by Boycott for 4. Ascot made 2 before being caught out in the deep by Bryony Gilgrass. And Josie Groves, almost a carbon copy dismissal, trying to take on the long boundary of off Gilgrass's bowling, and Tweets again taking a lovely diving catch out in the deep. ultimately the last 20 runs came in the last 2 overs. You just felt that just nudged Northants Steelbacks up to a decent total. Beach 4 overs, none for 26. Baker Smith 4 overs, none for 29. Boycott, pick of the bowlers. And how often have we said that over the years? 4 overs, 3 for 24. Bishop bowled well. The loanee from Hampshire, bowling her off spin. 4 overs, none for 23, deserved a little bit better. And Golden Arm Gilgrass, 2 wickets of her own, 3 overs, 2 for 18. Edgerton bowled the 1 over for 11. Well, in reply, it was difficult viewing in the end for the women's Rapids, and it was just again.
Started so bright though. First 2 balls for 4.
Well, that's it. Gilgrass, a couple of bludgeon fours through the leg side first up, and Bethan Robinson just didn't look herself, did she? From the New Road end, a really experienced, high-quality fast bowler. She did get her woman in the end though. Last ball of the over, bowling Bryony Gilgrass. That Karana hit a gorgeous straight 6 before being dismissed for 15 by Ella Phillips, one of 3 victims for her. Beach was the other one, caught by Preslin in the covers, and then she bowled Davis first ball, trying to cut a ball that was just a little bit too close to her. Ebony Tweets was bowled by the experienced Patel, as a caught and bowled for Boycott, who made 16 off the bowling of Lenny Sims, and then Kemp and Groves finished things off. Mitchell was stumped by Chloe Hill, returning to New Road, former Rapids captain, off the bowling of Groves for a really well-made 29. Impressive stuff from Sophia Mitchell. Megan Bishop, just the 2, bowled by Kemp, caught Robinson, trying to scoop the ball and trying to push things forward. Edgerton was LBW to Groves before Baker Smith was run out by Reed. All in all then, 101 all out, but it really was a fantastic bowling display from this organised and experienced Steelback side. Robinson only bowled 2 overs, 1 for 13. Phillips 4 overs, 3 for 28, bowled her overs through. Kemp 3 overs, 1 for 18. Patel 3 overs, 1 for 12. Groves 2.5 overs, 2 for 17, and Sims bowled 3 overs, 1 for 11. So disappointing for the women's Rapids after a really impressive start on Friday, and they still can't quite get over the hump against a really good Northants Steelback side. We will have a live stream of the women's Rapids again next Sunday against the Derbyshire Falcons.
I'm here again. You here next week?
It's you and me
More
again next
punishment.
Sunday, Claire.
Yes.
Lucky so-and-so. So hopefully they'll be able to hear
got
both
Derbyshire.
innings of us talking our way through.
That's all we're ever hopeful.
Look, we hope you've enjoyed the coverage of this. The men will be coming up at 2:30. What we will say is that the women's Rapids here fielded excellently, bowled pretty well as well, but it just goes to show the standard of this young Rapids side, this developmental Rapids side, up against some real quality cricketers. And it'll be a learning curve, I'm sure. We'll hear from Ed Wilson and Claire Boycott a little bit later on. But for now, in the glorious sunshine here at New Road, we're going to take a little breather before the men start their T20 blast campaign on home soil in about an hour and 20 minutes time. It just leaves me to say thank you ever so much to Claire Jenkinson for joining me, and I'm Jim Dale. I'll be back in a bit. Claire, God bless you for your tolerance, God bless you for your patience, and God bless you for your company.
We'll be back together again on Sunday.
I'll see you on Sunday.
Meanwhile, I go to Taunton on Wednesday for Somerset versus Yorkshire, so if anybody's mad enough to follow me.
You never stop working, Claire, and that's why we appreciate you. Right. Take care, gang. We'll see you at 2:30.
Thank you, Jim.